Hello students, and greetings from the SFCC Library. In this video, we're going to go over just a basic introduction on how to access the library's online resources, or databases as they're typically referred to. You may not have had to find and use resources from these databases yet, but it's very likely that at some point you'll be asked to. So knowing how to access them will be very helpful. And we know it can seem a bit daunting to find where these databases are and how to search them, but by the end of this short video, you'll know how to do just that. So here's what we'll be covering in this video: how to get to the library's website, how our databases are organized, how to search one of our most useful databases, Academic Search Complete, and how to use some super helpful tools that Academic Search Complete offers. Because this video is meant to just cover the basics of accessing and searching the library's databases, we won't be getting into things like how to narrow down your topic, login issues, which databases are best for certain types of assignments or topics, or evaluating your sources for credibility. There are other videos and research guides that tackle those issues, and it's very likely your instructor has posted those somewhere in the course modules. But if you don't see them and you're curious, just reach out to the library and we'll be happy to point you in the right direction. Okay, let's dive in. To access the library's databases, the first thing you'll do is go to our website. Think of the library's website as sort of a front door. To enter any building so that you can access what's inside, you've got to use its main entrance. It's the same with our databases. There are a few ways you can get to the library's website. Probably the easiest is to just Google it. Just type in SFCC Library and it should be one of the first results to come up. Keep in mind that if you're outside New Mexico, you'll want to add Santa Fe NM or New Mexico because there's another college in Florida with a name very similar to ours. If you're logged into one of your Canvas course shells, you can click the Library tab on the left-hand side. Or you can also go directly to our website at www.sfcc.edu/library. And once you're on the library's website, you'll be able to access and start searching our databases. Here are a few things that are really helpful to know. You can start searching right away by using the main search box. This will search everything that the library has access to, both physically and online. You can apply certain limiters to your search, as well as use the advanced search mode, which gives you additional limiters, as well as additional search boxes. To see a complete list of our databases, which we'll do in just a minute, you can click on the A to Z database list. We also have our databases loosely organized by categories such as news databases, popular highly used databases, general reference databases, and visual graphical databases. Let's take a look at the A to Z database list. There are some super helpful things to know about that as well. You'll be taken to an alphabetical list of all our databases. It's a lot to take in, but if you click on the All Subjects drop-down menu, you'll see a variety of discipline-specific categories to choose from. You can make your choice depending on your research topic, the class you're taking, or your major area of study. The number next to each subject refers to how many databases we have that specialize in that subject. Okay, let's take a quick dive into one of these databases. If we had to recommend a single database, it would probably be Academic Search Complete. It's a good, general, multidisciplinary database with plenty of full-text sources, including newspaper and magazine articles, trade journals, and peer-reviewed academic journals. Just click on the name of the database, and you'll be taken to the My SFCC login page. Enter your My SFCC login credentials, and you'll be taken into the database. This is the screen you should see. You're now logged in and ready to start searching. You can start by entering your basic main topic. I'm using the example of gender wage gap. It's best to keep your search terms short and simple and avoid using long phrases and questions. A lot of the time, the database will actually try to help you out. While you're typing your initial search terms, pay attention to what the database suggests. You may find something helpful there, particularly if you haven't narrowed down your topic yet. Here, the database suggests specific topics such as gender wage gap in the United States, gender wage gap or gender pay gap or pay inequality, gender wage gap in Canada, and gender wage gap in sports, just to name a few. But if you want to add your own search terms, you can. Here, I've used the additional search boxes to add the terms public school and New Mexico. You'll notice that next to each search box is the word "and" in all caps. This tells the database that all the search terms I've entered, gender wage gap and public school and New Mexico, must be present in the search results. This helps to create results that are more relevant to your topic. By the way, if you click the down arrow next to the word "and," you'll be given a choice of two other operators, "or" and "not." "Or" tells the database to search for results that contain either or both of the search terms you've entered, while "not" tells the database to exclude those search terms from the results. But for this video, we're just going to stick with "and." Before we hit search, I want to point out one other thing. Notice that I've put New Mexico in double quotes. This is called exact phrase searching. It tells the database we need results that contain those two words together in that order. Exact phrase searching is especially helpful when you're dealing with proper nouns, such as the name of a person, place, or thing, or a very specific phrase. Okay, let's hit search and see what we get. So we have 575 results. So what exactly are we looking at? What are these results comprised of? It just so happens that the results on the first page are all from academic journals, but if you click source types, you'll see that there's more than just academic journals. We've got 308 academic journals, but also 201 book reviews, 40 magazine articles, 13 trade publications, and 11 newspaper articles. So if your instructor requires you to find and use certain source types, you have the ability to narrow your search results accordingly. In addition to source type, you can also limit by publication date by clicking the all-time drop-down menu. And there are additional limiters within the All Filters drop-down menu as well. So if you click that, a box will open up to the right where you'll be able to see other limiters such as articles that are available in full text, although most of the content that you'll find is in fact available full text, and content that's been peer-reviewed. We won't get into what peer-reviewed means in this video, but if you're curious, reach out to your instructor or a librarian. We have plenty of information about that. So let's say I'm interested in magazine articles that have been published within the last 10 years. You'll make those selections. And here's my new set of 11 results. These are all magazine articles that have been published within the last 10 years. So the steps I've just outlined should go a long way towards helping you pare down a large number of results, but what if you haven't yet narrowed down your topic? Does that mean you won't be able to use this database as effectively? Not at all. Let's try a search for just our main topic and see what happens. There are definitely a lot more results, over 100,000. And that makes sense because our search is very broad and not particularly focused. But if we click all filters and scroll down, you'll see subject, thesaurus term, and subject. Click on either one of those, and you'll see a list of subtopics that deals with your main topic. You can scroll through the entire list and select however many look interesting to you. It's always best to do your own brainstorming beforehand, but it's good to know these features exist. So that's a very basic introduction to some effective search strategies for the library's databases. Now we're going to take a closer look at some individual articles and results and some super useful features such as the automatic citation generator. So let's go back to our magazine articles. Because there were only 11 magazine articles about the gender wage gap in public schools in New Mexico published within the last 10 years, I decided to broaden my search a little bit by removing the term New Mexico from the mix. Removing a search term can sometimes be a helpful way to increase the number of results. Now my results are up to 174. Once you're ready to start looking at some of your results, here are some helpful things to know. When you're ready to read the full article, just click Access Options, then select either PDF or online full text, and the entire article will open up for you to read. Now, most of the icons along the top here are pretty self-explanatory, but there's one in particular I want to point out, and that's the cite icon. It looks like a quotation mark. When you click that icon, a box opens up that shows how this article would be cited in various formats, such as APA and MLA. Just click the drop-down menu until you find the citation style that you're using. Then, if you decide you're going to use this article in your research, you can copy and paste that citation into your bibliography. It doesn't violate academic integrity. In fact, that's what these database citation generators are for. Most of the time, the citation generator is pretty accurate, but we do recommend that you double check by using either the Purdue OWL or the Excelsior OWL. And that's about it. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. If you're on campus and want to stop by the library, we're in the 500 wing, right across the hall from OIT, or you can email us at library@sfcc.edu or call us at 505-428-1352.